start of the next round at Pau in France. And the EJR team get off to a dismal weekend. Donnelly is disqualified from Vallelunga. That gives Giovanardi 9 points, Chiesa 6, and Eric Bernard claims points for third place. At Pau, some more new faces arrive. The Judd-powered Leighton House team enjoy a spin around the track in practice. Phil Andrews also slightly too fast, but the grid forms up with Marco Apicella at the front and Eric Bernard alongside him. Bernard is a trifle slow off the line, and as the rest of the field roars up behind him, it all starts to go wrong. The jostling for position puts Bernard into the Armco, but almost everyone else joins in. Hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of damage is done in a few short, savage seconds. But luckily, there are no casualties beyond injured pride. And there's even a wry smile for some of the spectators as this solo wheel carries on the race. The track was cleared and the damage inspected in the pits. Severe in some cases, only slight in others. But let's take a look at that start in slow motion. It's Donnelly trying to get round a slow Bernard, bumps the car on his right, then Bernard, and then a Lacey slices across Favre, slews around, and suddenly everybody's involved. Danielson coming together as part of a sandwich between Bernard and Favre. Apicella slewing across the front there. And suddenly the whole field, there's Blundell. Danielson up in the air. And most of the money's already been spent. Unsurprisingly, after carnage like that, it was a depleted grid for the restart. Bernard was better on the start this time and leads it away with the two yellow EJR cars right behind him. Bernard, Alesi, Donnelly, Favre, Blundell and Leto in that order. Bernard, of course, the French champion, and much fancied by the pundits at the beginning of the season. Now he begins to show some of his style. Donnelly clinging onto him, Alesi right behind. Thomas Danielson still up there. But it's Eric Bernard under pressure from the two yellow cars of Donnelly and John Alesi. In fact, these three have already opened out a considerable lead over the rest of the field, so much so that most of the attention is focused on the battle for 4th, 5th and 6th places. But Donnelly makes a driving error, catches a curb, then the barrier, and he's out. But he's not the only one to have bad luck. Here's a 3-car fracas involving Paul Belmondo. Eric Bernard, caught in the trap, lets Alesi through. Bernard not actually involved in the accident, simply in the wrong place, caught in the traffic, and the rest of the field goes past. He's stalled and he loses his hard-won lead. And there goes the rest of the field past him. Jean Alesi then holds the lead. And the number 4 car out in the open by itself now. Remember, those three were miles away from the rest of the field, and now it's Jean Alesi out on his own. Behind him, somewhere in 2nd place, is Mark Blundell. Thomas Danielson is in 3rd, Apicella 4th, Eric Bernard 5th, and Leto 6th. And all the struggling now is in this battle for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th places. And even further down, Eddie Irvine struggling with Ross Hockenhull. Eric Bernard, though, has been clawing his way back up through the field. And look at him now, behind Marco Apicella. So Alesi, Blundell, Danielson, Apicella, then Bernard, and already he's passed JJ Leto. Now he's passed Danielson as well, and Bernard really is having the drive of the day. Bernard pressuring Apicella, Apicella pressuring Blundell. And Bernard soon to make his move, looking all round Apicella's car, looking for the opening, finds it down the inside. Perfect overtaking manoeuvre, and Bernard moves up into third place. Now he's looking to get past Blundell for second. And this really is the battle, but Bernard just overdoes it slightly. Goes for the inside, there really wasn't room. Blundell turns in as you expect, and that's Bernard finished for the day, and Blundell's second place sacrificed too. Jean Alesi holds the lead then. Eric van der Poel, the Belgian driver, retiring with a small engine fire. Nothing too serious, and the fire marshal's already on the scene. At the front of the field though, it's still Jean Alesi leading the race all the way to the checkered flag, with Marco Apicella second. In the closing stages of the race, JJ Leto tries to steal third from Danielson. Danielson just hangs on to it. And there are the top three on the podium. And with 3 rounds gone, the 1989 Formula 3000 Championship is already beginning to take shape. Thomas Danielson still leads the points table. Jean Alesi, though, has moved up into a very close second. Giovanardi third. Apicella, Philippe Favre and Andrea Chiesa are fourth. Van der Poel, Mark Blundell and Comas are seventh. And then JJ Leto is 10th. But the people to watch at the moment, Thomas Danielson and Jean Alesi. And though Reynard have definitely stamped their name all over this season, there's still no sign of the Mugen domination some people would have led us to expect.